the people that are on Instagram yesterday, you saw that I was baling straw. This is a 40-acre field, and I said there, I wish it was 400 acres because straw is so hard to come by. I wish that I had enough. And I'm not going to get enough this year. That's just all there is to it. I got a deal on some straw that I bought from the guy that's farming my dad's place, and it's crazy expensive. This stuff that I'm baling here is on a neighbor that's about 10 miles from home. I baled some yesterday, and then I had to pick up, well, it's getting dry, but now it's tough. And like I said, pretty soon you guys aren't going to believe I ever put up, you know, bales on the right conditions. But we froze last night, not really cold, just freezing, and we did it for long enough that it's darn cold out, and there was just a little drizzle. So my theory behind it is that we might get snow tonight, and I just as soon bail this up. And this guy that I bought this straw for well over a decade, he gets real pernickety, and not like, you know, awful, just, you know, he likes things done the way he wants done, and he wants, when it's ready to bale, he wants you over baling, and then he wants the bales hauled off. He's, you know, he doesn't always do fall tillage, but when he does, he wants to be able to do it. And you know what it's like. You want to be in control of your land. You don't want some cowboy, you know, holding you up and making it so that you can't, I got driving brakes restricted, so I'm just backing up a little bit straight now. Anyhow, you don't want to have someone else decide that you can't do your fall work if you want to. So there's been years I didn't get it off till middle October to get the bales hauled, and he's gotten kind of bent out of shape, and I can understand that. So my goal now is to get this bale today, and then when Jessica's off school, then bring the semi over, and she can drive the semi, and I'll load her, and we'll start hauling these bales home. We won't scrap anything. We'll just load one row on the top, so that we'll load one row on the top so that we can, don't worry about strapping down. It's illegal, but we'll gamble. So I spent well over $1,500. Had mechanics work on this tractor for 2 days, and they drove out because the tractor had a warning that you couldn't drive it. They changed the sensor. At the end of the day, they said, yeah, it wasn't the sensor like we thought it was, but they had no idea what it was, that the power steering pressure wasn't, you know, was low. Anyhow, at the end of the day, they said, there's probably a wire that's not right, but we'll have to take your cab apart and have it for a few days in town. So I said, am I going to hurt it by driving it? Oh, I don't think so. So I'm just driving it. And luckily the alarm's not on right now. And what happens is that alarm comes on, and then after, you know, it comes on, and then it'll go off right away, and sometimes it runs for 5 minutes. Sometimes it just beeps on for 5 seconds. This end of the field is quite a bit lower on the amount of straw there is. You can see where he stopped his combine. So this is from a conventional combine. They've got just a little tiny JD 9500. When the 9600s come out, and then some of these guys that were a little on the cheaper side bought 95s, you thought, why, you know, that would be a good idea. And of course, you know, now 9600s are tiny, the 95s are really tiny, but for how they do their operation, you know, it's enough. They swath every acre, and you know, they have a 20-foot swather. This is their only irrigation, and they farm it with wheel lines, and I'll say they do it the old way. The old way is kind of like, well, any irrigation I put on it is more than if it had rained. And because wheels are a pain in the butt to roll and change pipes all the time, I'm sure he just went across this wheat, you know, once, maybe twice, because, and he's cheap too, like he's really tight. And so he would have just done his, and like I said, I'm not saying that as a super negative, just, you know, he would have done his numbers and decided that wheat's not worth much money. No use going crazy on it. And, you know, everything else they farm is dry land, and they still do tillage, and they still do 50-50. And, you know, the neighbors that do continuous cropping with big fancy drills, they out yield them every year. But I think Granddaddy had the land paid for in the 50s, so I don't think anyone has to worry whether they're gonna live or not. And like I said, every year that combine, they bought that combine new, and every year that combine goes back to town and gets green lighted for the next year. So they're not gonna buy new equipment, they're not gonna put a pivot on this. And to be honest, he grows wheat, barley, and canola, and he just rotates it on this quarter section, and he's done that for 30 years. And the only reason he really does it like that still is because he doesn't like his neighbors, and by growing commercial canola in the middle of irrigation country, he screws up all the seed guys. So he does that just because he can, because there's some real arrogant guys that come over and tell him that they pay $2 million for this quarter, and they buy all the dry land, and he should just quit because they need the land. And so he grows 40 acres of canola a year just to screw up everyone for a mile around him. For their seed canola anyhow. I better keep baling. Get these bales made. Like I said, they're a little tougher than I should, but as you can see, there's dust coming. The chaff blows around. I leave a little pile, so they're not bad. They're just, like, I'm talking just a little tough. It's just like baling on the dew, and there's nothing wrong with. I have no problem baling straw on the dew. But like I said, this straw never yields big. You know, on this 40 acres, I'll get 100, 110 bales. That's about normal every year. Get about the same. 100 to 110. It never goes crazy. Like, and if they used a rotary combine, I'd never get that. So, like I said, I've done rotary straw where you got one bale to the acre, and then if you sneeze, it blows apart. So, like I said, I'm happy to get this straw. I bought 120 big squares to haul that I got from the other neighbor. For 100 for sure. He's gonna see if he can give me 20 more. But they had all their straw sold in the spring to the feedlot, and they, like I said, they sold it for $100 a ton. At one time, $40 a ton for straw sounded ridiculous, and now I got to pay more than that just so that I can buy it in the swath. That big crop over there, that's spelt, and that's an ancient grain, and that'll yield like 200 bushel to the acre because it has a hull on it. And then that guy has a plant where he goes and they steam the hull and then roll it kind of between some roller mills, and they get the hull off the spelt, and then they put it in bread and everything. health food guys go crazy for it. Like I said, it's just an ancient grain. But like I said, once you can go organic and go into the health food thing, it's just stupid money for something that, you know, was deemed as backwards thinking. Anyhow, I'll let you go and bring you back out. Well, this field is done. But you know, there was irrigation issues when this hill that I'm on, you can see how much lower it is across the field there. It out-yielded everything else, so you know that there was some irrigation issues, or lack thereof, when a hill can outdo the low stuff. Neighbor there's got corn that he'll combine tough and make a big pile out of the feedlot. It'll be about, they have 3,800 acres this year. Oh, got a doe and 2 fawns there. Having a little fun. Imagine if you have a John Deere, you can just drive right up to them. Anyhow, go home and make some lunch, and like I said, maybe when Jess is off school, then I'll have her come over and drive semi for me. We'll start hauling, and she'll drive the tractor back and forth to our farm, and the semi in the field. So anyhow, it definitely feels like fall. I still have to cut some hay out at the in-laws. So, but this time of year she doesn't drive very fast, so I imagine I'll bale it tough. But when it gets so cold, it doesn't do anything if you feed it up before spring. But I'm hoping that this is just a cold spell and it's nothing. I hope we still have some more summer left. Anyhow, I'm gonna get to some other work, and I don't know if I'll add to this, so, but if I don't, be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe, and have yourselves a great day. Take care.